Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put this one out for a bit. Just try and press pause. I'll just cover that. Okay, good. So hello. You are?
Damon.
Sorry?
Damon.
Damon. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, you messaged me on Facebook yesterday. Okay. Okay, we just got started anyways. So today we're going to do an agenda. And today's agenda is, like I said, how I basically did, like, within 4 months, from 0 to 58 subscribers. And basically each of these subscribers pay anywhere between $25 to $155 per month. So, and when I talk about these incomes, I'm not talking about like some silly network marketing things, because the fact is that over here we work with affiliate programs. So internet affiliate programs that off the bat pay you anywhere from between like 20% all the way up to 75, 80, or even 100%. And in fact, one of the opportunities that we work with pays like 300% for the initial month. So these are the various things that we do, and through these various systems, I actually promote about 4 or 5 programs at once. And through various income streams, basically that gets like from 25 to 155 per person. And this actually resulted in a passive income of about 3K a month. And I'm talking about USD. So how many of you would like to get like 3K passive income USD within 4 months? Hands up. Okay, very good. So the fact of the matter is that it's actually duplicatable. The system that I have, like I said earlier on, I would have shared this a long time ago if I knew exactly what I did, but now I figured it out, and that's why I'm ready to teach. So this is only going to be a one-time sharing that I'm doing about how I did that. And when it comes into internet marketing, basically in this group, when someone comes new, like fresh into the opportunity, basically I tend to direct them to either 2 paths. People either go free or go paid, right? So today's strategy, this is actually part of more or less free. It's going to be more like a free strategy. Oh dear, this marker is disastrous. Let me see this better. Anyway, let's go to the next room. So welcome, and you're not too late. And just plug your computer into one of these power sockets here, if you can. So we just got started out talking about the 4-month plan where to get like from 0 to 58 subscribers. There's some space up here. I mean, sit anywhere you like, or maybe if Dave, if you want, you can probably shift up together with Roy or something. Is your son coming today as well?
Yeah, he's still.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you probably can save that spot, and then maybe Dave can shift up to Thomas or something. It's like those two are friends, so let us sit together. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is the plan, and we're going to be doing this through a various combination of schemes, but primarily this is going to be done using. If you guys have been watching the Facebook group, you more or less get some idea of what we're going to do. So it's a little bit of SEO. And along the lines of reviews. So some of you may have some ahas in your brain going on, how exactly it's going to come about, and great if you do, but we're going to break this down to a whole science so that you can do it. Okay, so how many of you have zero knowledge of internet marketing? Hands up. Okay, cool. So by the way, like this is one of our weekly sessions, so this happens every week. Hey, hi Nicole. Hey. I remember you. So this happens every week, and yeah, 9246, 9246. And this happens every week, and this time around, basically we'll be doing like if you find that you're new and you don't know what's going on, that's fine. Like this Saturday, I'll be having like a newbie session at 1:30 this Saturday. So for those of you who feel like today it's kind of interesting, but you don't catch it, it's okay. Just store it in your brain, and then take note of those things that you don't understand. And on Saturday when you come down, I'm going to show you from ground up how to do it. But if let's say you become excited, that's fine as well, because I typically have like all these online Google Hangout sessions or so-called webinar sessions where you can do it at your own pace. So today we're going to go into the whole agenda. Once again, it's a little bit all over the place. Oh my God, where's the whiteboard cleaner? Okay, I'm not going to run to the next room yet. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to discuss this method, and then the next bit is that we're going to discuss what to do. Yeah, I have a bit of a cold today actually. We're going to discuss about lead management, and then finally we're going to go into some daily steps. All right. Everyone cool so far? When we talk about this approach, this is the one that this is the key component. This is the reason why most of you are here today, because we're going to talk about how I use a reviews method to get like basically a steady flow of 20 to like 30 plus leads per day, and subsequently, you know, a fairly regular stream of sales on a weekly basis that resulted in 58 sales in just 4 months. Without me knowing, calling anyone. So if you're sick and tired of you know, hassling people to join stuff or they call you to do this and that, you know, if you've been trying to do various home business deals in the past, this is what you need, because from now on you don't have to do all the silly stuff. Actually, just focus on making money. As a matter of fact, I was just having a chat with a traffic expert online last night, and it was a very strange chat because this guy, he was talking to me about SMS marketing. And he actually was trying to tell me that how SMS marketing is a new frontier as compared to email marketing, because the statistic in the whole world is that only about 10% of people open their emails within a day, or even less open in the long term, right? But how many of you actually would open your SMS text message as a priority over email? Hands up. Most people, right? So when having this chat, I was the only abnormal person, because if anyone tries to contact me, you probably realize that I'm one of those people that I don't actually pick up the phone, I don't respond to SMSs. And emails, I rarely do them as well. The best way to contact me is Facebook. So I'm just one of those odd cases. So when he was trying to explain to me his analogy, he said, oh my God, you're at 0.01%. But I mean, well, whatever the case, you know, I'm just a very uncontactable kind of person most of the time. But I do make it a point to come every Thursday. So if you can't contact me during the week, I'm here on Thursdays. That's one thing. And on top of that, like if you don't understand anything during the classes, the best way to do is that if you're part of our movement, this is Singapore Internet Mastermind group, and we have more members than what you see in the room. Just some come sometimes, some don't come. And basically, if any of you have questions and you're part of the group, you basically post those questions up there. You know, other members will reply you, but if let's say it's a new topic of interest that people don't know about, that I feel that enough people are asking questions about it, we actually do an online webinar during the week. So I'm actually quite ready to do online webinars as often as every day if required, if a lot of questions are coming up. Because what I typically do is I'll record them and store them for future reference. Okay, so for those of you who are new and for those of you who are not too clear, I mean, Agnes, you actually asked a question last week. What is lead, what is traffic and all that, right? So I'm going to go through the whole analogy once again, okay? So before I do that, I'm going to just clean the board. Sorry, one moment.
What's the email password, right? 9246 9246 9246 Oh, 9246
Oh, I think
double email.
okay. I see it in my.
Okay. Behind. Wow, so many new faces today. Okay, and by the way, I mean like, for some of you newcomers, you may be surprised at why it is that I can always fill a room. The thing is that the reason why I can easily fill a room is because I don't do previews. I think previews are a waste of time. We just jump into the solid stuff and people see value, they come back. That's basically what it is. Isn't that true? Right? When there's value, people come back, right? So we're going to talk about some very basic stuff, just so you can, everyone here can follow the things we're talking about. The things you want to understand would be like, what's lead? What are clicks? What are leads? And what are sales? A lot of the internet terminology, we always talk about clicks, we always talk about leads, and what are sales. And clicks can also be called traffic. So if those of you are new, you definitely want to be copying this down because it's going to form the spine of a lot of things. And so what's traffic? Okay, let's say if I were to walk past a room. Exactly. So if I walk past a room like this. So I walk past a room without walking in, that's just traffic. But if I walk past the room and I come in, then I become what? I become a lead, right? So that's how it works. Traffic that stops over on a page is considered a lead. But traffic by itself is useless unless they come into a page. Does that make sense? Alright, put this one aside. And then, if the person that comes to a page becomes a lead, makes a purchase, then that becomes a sale. Okay? So, in the internet marketing business or in any business, whether you're doing real estate or you're doing insurance or if you're doing like network marketing, basically you're always trying to deal with having more leads. You always want to have more leads that you can handle because when you have more leads you can handle, then you don't have to get into a desperate situation. What's a desperate situation? Desperate situations when you start having to hassle friends and relatives say, hey, please come out to my meeting because otherwise people are going to think I'm an idiot, if no one shows up. So that's what typically happens in those ordinary situations, but I'm going to show you how we can have an endless supply of leads and obviously a consistent supply of sales. Alright, how many of you think that would be good? Okay, awesome. So, everyone clear on this one? Okay, great. In that case, we're going to start the formal training today. And the formal training today is going to be like I said, how...
Julian, where does opt-in fit in?
That's a perfect question. Okay, so the page here does opt-in. So this one is going to be this could be like the squeeze page. It could be an opt-in form. Yeah, basically it's going to be either of these ones. And the differences between opt-in form and squeeze page, I bet you must be wondering, right? What are these things? Okay, have you ever been to those pages where there's like a big headline or maybe a picture and basically just a box where you enter your email address and then they have some arrows pointing to it? That's a squeeze page, right? And what's that different from an opt-in form? It could be that you're on a website, it could be that you're on SPH or Stop or something, and then there's this thing by the side that says, okay, you enter your email here if you want more updates. So everyone clear on that? Differences between like opt-in forms on landing pages and squeeze pages? Okay, great. So now we're going to proceed into the main gist, and we're going to erase this. Okay. So this is going to be how I went from like a person who was sick and tired of home business opportunities with 0 sales to 58 subscribers that I didn't even know how to manage. So for the first 4 months, I had no customer service. I replied no emails. I attended to no one, absolutely no one. If people wanted to quit, I let them quit. If people wanted to upgrade, I didn't upgrade. I had no support because I didn't know what to do. For the first 4 months, before I knew what I was doing, I already had 58 subscribers. But today, I'm going to show you the exact system that I did to do that, right? So how many of you have been internet marketing for quite some time? Hands up, please. How many of you have been doing internet marketing for some time? Okay, how many of you have, let's say, more than 10 subscribers? Hands up. Okay, good. What about those of you who have like more than 20 paying subscribers? Hands up. Okay, very good. Awesome. So, how many of you would be interested to like double or triple your subscriber rate and improve passive income? Hands up. Okay. All right. So that's the thing. And now we're going to talk about concepts first, because it's very important that you understand like the why before we look into like the how. Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about how how this concept works and why we do it. The approach that we're going to do is we're going to do like reviews, SEO reviews. Okay. Pardon my handwriting; it's always bad. And then, so now we're going to talk about the mindset part. Then we're going to talk about technical bit afterward. So first of all, when you're trying to buy something, right, online, what do you tend to do before you submit pay? Some people buy straight away, right? That's probably about 20% will buy straight away. 20% buy straight away. 80% buys in the later part, right? But the people who buy later part, right, that actually is a significant amount of traffic. Why? Because in ordinary sales, like I said, there's 20 who buy immediately. There's 80% that buys on delay. But the point is, the strategies I'm going to show you today is going to help you tap into 80%, which is the majority. And the reason how we're going to do that is because we know that these people are confused bunch of people. And they're the same people that basically, try to open your emails or ask you repeated questions. They're actually quite serious, but they're just looking for that one answer that they may not get right then. So if we can tap into the 80% market, we actually make a lot of money. And the best way to do it is through reviews. So these people, before they buy something, they want to look out for a review. And when people look out for reviews, they usually want to find out if something works or something doesn't. Let's say if how many of you ever bought internet marketing stuff online before? Okay, cool. How many of you did online purchases before? How many of you don't do online purchases at all? Okay, so let's say right in the back, is that Michelle or Jane? No one in blue. Jane. Okay, so Jane, when you buy stuff online, right, what kind of stuff do you usually buy? Okay, cool. But would you buy straight away if you don't know the person, or would you try to ask a bit about the person?
More info.
Okay, and what are your typical questions when you're looking for information about a new vendor that you're not familiar with? About what? Specifically about what? Feedback about what? In terms of? Okay. What kind of feedbacks are you looking at specifically?
Quality.
Okay. All right. Good. Quality. What else?
Price.
Price. Okay. Is there a better price elsewhere kind of thing? Okay. What else? Okay. Good. Anyone else want to answer? What's your name?
Security.
Security. Okay. Cool.
Jimmy.
And also you probably, along with the question of security, the bigger way of saying is it a scam, right? Is the website a scam? Okay, what else? Anyone add on to this? They are following anything to this?
Normally I ask my friend, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Review and feedback.
Okay. Yeah. Feedback. Okay. So what we have here are perfect associations with a product that people want to look out for online. So let's say we have an XYZ product. It's going to be plus any one of these. It could be quality, it could be price. So let's say, someone give me a product. How about you? Give Brent a t-shirt, something more specific. Maybe do you follow any particular t-shirt designers thing or what? No?
T-shirt, Nike t-shirt.
Okay, Nike
Sports
t-shirt.
t-shirt. Sports shirt.
Okay, let's talk about Nike shirt, okay? So let's say the product is going to be, a Nike t-shirt, right? And then over here it's going to be like Nike t-shirt quality, Nike t-shirt price, Nike t-shirt, the seller's security, or is it the scam? Feedback about the seller. So these are the things that people look at. And on the same basis, that's how I basically do the reviews. And if you understand this concept, like now we're basically going to take it a little more focused on internet marketing. The reason why we're going to do that is because, once again, you can apply the principles I'm going to talk about right now to anything else. But we're going to talk specifically about internet marketing because it's an internet marketing workshop. And we sell internet marketing stuff. And internet marketing stuff come with subscriptions. And one of the main things, if those of you who are new have opened my emails a bunch of times at least, you probably have seen videos or seen me mention about Empower Network before. And that's actually one of the main subscription products that I promote. And that's one of the main products that we promote in this room. The secondary product will be something called Pure Leverage or GVO. These are all the products that we promote. Why is that so? The question is, you may not see immediate use for it, but after today you will, because once you see the use for it, then you're going to promote it. Sometimes there are some people who promote it without using it actually, but that's fine as well. At the end of the day, you're looking at a business. So do you have to be part of your business? Not necessarily. You just put yourself in the places that make money. So we're going to promote like subscription programs using the reviews approach, and because it's going to be So with that set in mind, we're going to be structuring our sales around Hi. Yeah. You are? Okay. So we're going to be promoting Empower Network as the main product. The second product is going to be our Pure Leverage. And once again, it's not important if you don't understand any of this stuff, but we're going to go into that. Okay, but by the way, like today, like what I'm about to show you, the methods I'm going to teach, it can only be done with Empower Network. So you actually have to have it, if you want to use it. So, but just hear the approach first. If it makes sense to you, go for it. All right. So Empower Network is a must. And the thing is, we're actually going to be using these products here. You're going to be using the products you're going to sell to promote itself. So it's a self-sustaining business. And like I said, today is going to be a free traffic strategy. It's quite a free traffic. There are ways to scale it that can involve paying, but basically it's going to be free. So, for how many of you here have been following various internet marketing launches? Okay, what kind of products are you familiar with?
No, I just went through like some of them, like
Okay.
Residual Leverage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
And Empower Network.
okay, cool. Are you familiar with competitor programs? Like other things that come up?
No.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so for those of you who are already in the team, if any of you have questions, I'm just gonna like bulldoze ahead. If you have questions, just ask me at any point. But I'm just gonna do this quite quickly. So for those people who want to promote, okay, if the goal here is to promote these products, right? It only makes sense to promote like competitive products. Does it make sense? Competitive products. This strategy, right, is also known as rubbishing. It's the same strategy as I say if people are trying to run governments and you want to pull down the opposition party during an election. You try to do some kind of an online smear campaign. Online smear campaign and to rubbish people, but obviously, we're not gonna be doing to malign people for no rhyme or reason. But we're trying to find points of weakness in the system, and then basically try and play on them. Everyone does that. So, and in the US, it's actually legal to do so. If you watch TV, right, there's some funny commercials. I couldn't find it, but I watched it in the past. Basically, this commercial was about Ronald McDonald's from McDonald's, right? It was a lunch break, and he ran out of McDonald's to go to KFC to buy a meal. So that is the kind of rubbishing that we're talking about. Okay, so if we're trying to promote Empower Network basically, Empower Network has it's actually blogging, internet marketing, knowledge, and it also has like personal development. So if these are the things that we're looking at, right, the topics that we're going to try to pull traffic from is going to be directly related to blogging, internet marketing, and personal development. Does that make sense? Okay, so what are some blogging platforms that we are familiar with? Obviously, we're familiar with things like WordPress, right? We're familiar with like Blogspot, Wix, what else? Weebly. Does anyone still use LiveJournal? So these are the various blogging platforms out there, right? Make sense? So we're going to talk about, in this case of blogging, we have to find something to write about it, right? If we can't find fault with the platform, we find fault with what they can't do, which is make money. Because most of these ones, like WordPress, has policies against making money online. Blogspot, I believe they're going to go the same route as YouTube. YouTube has been shutting down accounts that have too much advertising spend. Just like they've been trying to stop various pay-per-click campaigns. They're trying to reduce repeat advertising. So in the time to come, Blogspot's going to go down in terms of selling stuff. Weebly has already done that, and the reason why I know that is because I've had Weebly and WordPress accounts deleted in the past, so I found the hard way. So you can easily write articles about if you're trying to make money with Weebly, this is why it's not going to work. As a headline. I'm going to say it again. If you're trying to make money with Weebly, it's not going to work, and here's why. That's a headline. Use that. If you're trying to make money with WordPress, your site's going to get deleted, and that's why it's not going to work. Here's why. These are the headlines that you want to write about. A lot of people try to think of it as like from a search engine optimization perspective. And search engine optimization basically is about the relevance of the headlines and the content of the article to what people are searching for. So the way that people tend to do search engine optimized stuff is that they try to repeat the keywords as much as they can. Repeat it again and again and again. Like for example, if I'm talking about AirAsia, I could go like, AirAsia, AirAsia review, ways to fly AirAsia and get AirAsia discounts. That's mentioning AirAsia 3 times in the headline. That's a so-called search engine optimized way to do it. But at the end of the day, people are not going to click on it because it's a boring title. It doesn't give real value. But if you said like, if you talked about, was it Tony Fernandez? Is that the guy running AirAsia? Right?
Yeah, sure.
So, so it's like, AirAsia president flies on tiger. That's probably more catchy, right? It's like, Tony Fernandez does not fly on AirAsia because ... Would you click on that? So these are ways to word headlines, and it's still quite short. I mean, if you tried doing SEO in the past, take note of using catchy headlines like this. So it's something you get better at time. I used to suck at it like half a year ago, but I get better at it. And trust me, like the more you do it, the more you become like a so-called semi-professional copywriter. It just happens that way. So, we've done the blogging example. The next thing is like internet marketing. What are familiar platforms for internet marketing? What kind of programs or names of people come up when I talk about internet marketing? Some suggestions from people. Okay, just get balls rolling. Okay, that's like NOSP. Alright. There's a bunch of people doing the VMA MLM, and they have something called the VTA. They've got a blog and all that as well. And internet marketing, perhaps we have, what else? I am global. And by the way, all these things I'm mentioning right now are keywords. So those of you who are already in the deal should take note of these ones, because these are the keywords that will make you money. Okay, so I am global. There's a new one that just came out. It's called ILN. What does that stand for? I forgot. Internet Lifestyle Network. Internet Lifestyle Network. Internet Lifestyle Network. What else? Newcopia.
Next one, Infinity Downline.
Infinity Downline, very good. Okay.
Next one, Metaluca, is that what?
That's pure MLM, so that's pointless. What else? Any more suggestions from people? In case you heard of anything. Maybe some popular names like bosses of companies, that counts as well. So we have bosses, and then we have Russell Brunson. We have Joel Therian, who's the owner of Pure Leverage. What else? Dagan Smith, good. Okay, here's the thing. When we do reviews, people are quite specifically looking at something, right? And how many times has anyone gone to a camera shop wanting to buy a certain video camera but walked out of a different video camera or a digital camera? How many times has that happened? Has that happened to anyone of you? Right? Do you always do some kind of demonstrations and it kind of changes your mind and you walk out of something else and you have the post-purchase this and this one. Should I just go on the original idea, or was that a bad idea? I mean, that always happens, right? Yeah, it happens to me, and I still regret one of the pocket cams I bought, even this one. Okay, but the point is that when people look for these kind of reviews, they're basically ready to spend money. If they're ready to spend money, the question is, how can we hijack the sale? That's the thing. So we write a review. If we can give a good educational review that adds value to them, and give them some bonuses and some bait here and there, and then we pretty much hijack the sale. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's say if someone wants to eat at, I don't know, Tong Lok for Chinese dinner, right? And then basically we came up with the next door shop. Hey, Paradise Inn. So that's how you kind of hijack the sale, because I mean maybe the price was on par, but the product was on par. Take them away somewhere else. So, how would you then do it? Okay, Russell Brunson came out with something recently called a 20-minute payday. How many of you heard that? 20-minute payday. This basically is a very, very hot keyword right now. This one, 20-minute payday. Okay, another one that's very hot, I forgot earlier, is Skyform. I was bashing them the other day. And this one already yielded 1 subscriber so far in like 2 days, so that's awesome. And recently, ever since I wrote about this, yeah, if you're looking at the spell, what is that? It's profit spelled backwards. It's such a stupid company name. Yeah, the first joke I made was about the name. So I was like, how else was it pronounced? It's like the Steve or Stiff or Stifle. So I was making fun of the name was one way I started going about it, and then I was looking into various things, like with Stifle, I was talking about, I talked about the commission, because in internet marketing you always talk about commission, right? And I talked about payout, I talked about product, and obviously people who do this company, it's always because of commission, payout, and product. So if I can show them better commission, better payout, better product, and a faster means to make money, then obviously they will think this is bullshit, just like how I think it's bullshit, they'll do whatever I do, right? Especially if I promise them that I'm going to give them the knowledge and training that they require to do. Does it make sense? Let's say if any one of you was looking to join this company, assuming that all of you were, right? But if I can tell you why you're going to make like only 25 cents per person per month, and they pay out, you know, like twice a month instead of every day, and the product is outdated and can't integrate anything else, then obviously if all of you had in mind to join this company, you would instead join a company that I'll propose to you if it's better, right? Does it make sense? Okay, if that makes sense, the job is done. That's how easy it is. Okay. So this is actually the mindset point. I'm going to run through a few more examples to give the experienced members here some ideas on what to blog about and what to do. Like, so Skyflog, I wrote about how in their commission plan there's an upfront commission of like 50% for the beginning, but subsequently people pay $10 a month and you make 25 cents per member per month. And in this company, I also make a joke about how their founders and their promoters say that, oh, you gotta have a big vision to see the picture, like, you know, in 2 years you're gonna make 20K with this. Well, if I put in the same amount of effort in Empower Network, I wouldn't just be making 20K. I would be making perhaps 200K or maybe 300K for the same amount of effort, because they're going a lot about duplication, which never happens. So in internet marketing, always go for companies that don't rely on duplication, that pay well on front-end recruitment. Because I'm going to train you all to recruit anyway, so why do you need a stupid commission plan that the moment someone comes in the company, the moment you introduce someone, they're paying the first 10 people that came in before you? Doesn't make sense, right? So why let people write off your efforts? So that's how I rubbish this company, and if you guys want, you're most welcome to rubbish it again and again and again, and I'll get a lot of emotional payoff if all the people rubbishing on YouTube are all from my team. That will be a big emotional payoff. And the next thing would be 20-minute payday. So basically, yeah, if you guys can watch the review that I wrote about it online. But another one that, yeah, Affinity Downline, okay, let's discuss another one that's close related. Another one is called Network Marketing VT. Network Marketing VT. Network Marketing VT provides internet marketing tools for internet marketers, and Network Marketing VT basically changed the commission plan. All the leaders left. All the leaders left, and then they went to a company called Utopia. So I could possibly write about, you know, what happened to Network Marketing VT, and also say that, well, if you're stuck in Network Marketing VT, you don't know what to do, or there's a company that has a better commission plan and has a great culture and training, because all great opportunities come also with great culture. If it's just a great commission plan but no culture, there's no point. But based on that, I'll actually guide them back to here. So again, the Empower Network. So that's how I do it. Okay. I'm Global. I'm Global. Basically, this company, they have the same stupid compensation plan as this one, which is why it's not going to work. They use matrices. As a matter of fact, when internet marketing is concerned, you know, you should never ever use MLM compensation systems for internet marketing companies, because if any of them do, it's going to affect your earnings. It just means that you're going to earn much less. If any internet marketing opportunity pays on binary, it's garbage. If it pays on matrix, it's garbage. The only one that basically would be good if it's a uni level. You guys familiar with all these terms? Alright, if it's uni level, then it's great. I mean, I thought it was uni level, so it's okay. Okay, now I'm going to go into real life examples. I'm going to show you the exact article that I wrote back then that got me more than half of my membership. In fact, this article was such a success that the company sent me a, what do you call it? A takedown notice. Hopefully the internet's not stalled again. Does anyone have issues browsing the internet?
No.
So it's just me. Okay, good. So this is, if you look up for this one, home crash package review. That's mine. Second one. fourth one's mine. I used to have more on the first page, especially the videos, but okay, that one's mine as well. I used to have a bunch of videos. They actually got my YouTube channel shut down because I was bringing too much bad press. And before I got shut down, I had about 18,000 views on that video. And this one's mine as well. So I'm going to show you the actual article and what it actually is. Let's see. I'm not sure how many of you have seen it. It's about the lady, the housewife picture. It's an online career journal. Have you guys seen that? Have you seen a lady housewife? And then it says that like an Asian housewife makes $272. Have you guys seen that? Yeah. So that's the one. It was appearing everywhere, so I got so pissed off by it. I wrote a review about it because I thought it was very irritating. So that's exactly what I did, and I didn't expect that would be the one that brought me most of my members. So I'm going to show you the exact article, and I'm going to take a bit of time to explain to you how I wrote this one and give it a logical flow. Okay. So basically, I said this is a full testimony of the home cash package review at the website. So this is the most comprehensive one. You're in the right place. And first of all, I interject right here. Click here for something that's better than home cash package, also known as online career journal. And then yeah, they got one of my other web hosting shut down as well because I posted pictures of how they look like, because they don't want people to uncover the mode of operation, right? So they still use those banners, but they actually got my hosting shut down, so I couldn't put them up. So I talked about the thing on the back end, and then I talked about how they were selling people the wrong way, that how people can actually make money just by doing typing jobs, but in actual fact it's an internet marketing opportunity. I mean, typing and internet marketing, the same part is that you're still typing on a keyboard, but the difference is the mindset, because if you're just looking to type, you're getting people with employee mindset. But internet marketers they need to be people with business mindset. And if you get employee kind of people trying to do internet marketing, it's just not going to work. I mean, the people here in this room, you're here because you've already decided that internet marketing is going to be like something to supplement or replace your current work. So like I said, it was like selling beef to a vegetarian. So I say I very much prefer that they participate and partner with Christians. Okay, it lists up front that it's a business and is honest about their lowest entry of 25 will not get you the whole deal. So what basically was wrong with home cash package, people thought that for $4.95 they can actually make money online. Which when they bought into it, they realized that they had to buy like some other $69 a month subscription. And after paying a $69 a month subscription, they still had to buy some tools that would cost like $145 and subsequently $397. And that's before they can make money. So I wrote the whole process out, and the company got very pissed off at me. And these are some testimonials that I copied up. Look at this, it's like, well, if I only looked this up five years ago, I just spent $110. I'm a stay-at-home mom finding something that works. I actually reported this and trying to get my money back, because when you click get more customers, they ask for money, and when you click promote free of charge, they request more cash. I can't believe the amount of people that actually occurred to, I wish everyone else could just get my money back. But the truth of this is that if you're an internet marketer, you know that you need to, if you can't generate free leads, you need to buy leads. So that's acquiring more customers. Over here, I actually teach people how to do that, and I teach people places to go to. And in terms of promoting free of charge, the reason why they ask for more cash is because they are trying to sell you submission software. But if they had gone to the different bunch of people that are more business minded, it would have been okay, right? It would be more acceptable, right? Let's say over here, if I tell you everyone that for those of you who hate doing some technical stuff, there are people that can pay a bit of money to do the stuff for you. And then that actually makes more sense as a proposition versus, oh, you have to buy it, right? It makes more sense, right? So that's the thing. Okay, so, and then I showed the plans that, you see, this is a search number that people are supposed to like pay, I think it's like per month. So that the monthly fee goes quite a bit. And I did a calculation that before you can make any money, you need to spend a total of $1,941.90 if you want to make money online with home cash package. And because of this, obviously when I show them how with just like $55 a month, they can actually get started promoting Empower Network and GVO, possibly Pure Leverage as well. And within a couple of months, I actually made a couple $100 per month. So I mean that's a much better proposition that people are looking for. They're not looking for like tens of thousands, but they just want to make an extra $500 perhaps, and this gives them a way to do it. Okay, so with that, we're going to be looking into some technical stuff. Is that okay, everyone? Everyone clear on all these concepts? Okay, we're going to do some technical stuff right now. So this is where Google is your best friend. I've covered this in the past in some of my blogging workshops, but we're going to go over some stuff again. And this technique applies also to YouTube if you want to work on that. Let me just try to get this one. So when you put a keyword plus a space bar, Google will automatically give you some suggestions of things to look at. So this is one way of doing your research as to titles that you may want to do. So now it tells me that, okay, review, scam, Singapore, login. These are some words that I want to look at if I want to actually evaluate this business and write an article about it. So I can actually think of various things on the spot. Let's say if it's going to be home cache package login. So if I wanted to be totally sneaky, I could actually make a blog post. It's like the home cache package login, in case you couldn't find it, has moved to here, which takes them to a sign up page for something else. I mean, if I want to be totally sneaky, that's what I can do. And like Agnes, the other day when we were signing into something like GVO, out popped a pop-up that covered it's called pay-per-view that sold something else. So that's if you want to take a sneaky approach, you can go for like the login keyword. If you're looking at like home cache package Singapore, then possibly you can write about don't be the next Singaporean that gets ripped off by home cache package Singapore. And that's the headline you can use. Or let's say home cache package review. It could be like sort of like scam or not, or it's like, or you could possibly think of a lot of people actually use this phrasing like the no BS whatever company review. It's happened so often until it becomes almost like a cliche. So it's usually a BS review. If they say no BS, it's usually BS. So how to get around it is like I usually try to make it different. Like when I reviewed 20-Minute Payday, I talked about how Russell Brunson basically cheated my friends and I 10 years ago. How many of you know Russell Brunson? Don't know? No one knows? Okay. So anyway, I'll show you that slide, and you may actually find my video.
Yeah. Watching you.
I can't remember which keyword I went after, but anyway.
If you type in MLM giant killer, I think you'll see it.
That's true. So these are the ones that I've written about 20-Minute Payday. And 20-Minute Payday is actually a packaged solution to sell Empower Network, Pure Leverage at the same time, which is kind of good. It's going around the internet. But the reason why I was rubbishing it, number one, because I wanted to lead people somewhere else. Number two, I just wanted to chip in some stuff, some dirt on the person, right? So Russell Brunson 10 years ago, here's the story. He's an internet marketer. Now I think he's actually I think 1 year my senior, 1 year my junior, but he actually makes an 8-figure income per year. his company does about 40 million per year, if I'm not wrong. So he's doing very, very well. He's doing various online business and consultancies. And about 10 years ago when he first started out, there was a deal where, how many of you were on Friendster in the past? No one used Friendster in the past. Okay, so I was the only one. So, Friendster was something that came before Facebook, before MySpace. And in Singapore back then, in Malaysia, it was very popular, a social network. And in Friendster, what happened was that in Friendster, out of nowhere, they became like a bunch of people talking about Russell Brunson. Some of my friends started saying, hey, Russell Brunson is this internet marketer from US. He makes about 20K a month. Yeah, exactly. So she's got a magazine, Russell Brunson. Yeah.
Just try for 1 month.
Yeah. So this fat guy is Russell Brunson, and he's a very pale guy because he also doesn't sleep like me. And Russell Brunson, 10 years ago, he was going out with this thing. He's like, back then he was trying to build up his leads. You guys know what leads are, right? Like I said, people comes in, they opt in their leads. Okay, so he's trying to build up his leads. And how did he do that? He tried building up his leads by having this campaign that goes around telling people that if you go around, if you give me an email address, I'll pay you $1 for every email address you give me. And you can only give me 7 email addresses because I'll not pay you more than $7. So if you provide me 7 email addresses and a PayPal address, I'll pay you $7. On top of that, I'm going to give you second-tier commission. So back then, it was the first time a lot of us heard about second-tier commission. And what's that? So second-tier commission, he actually said, okay, if any of your 7 friends also refer 7 email addresses to me, I will pay them $1 each for the emails, so they get $7, and on top of that, I'll pay you $2 for referring them. So because of this, it went viral across Friendster, and a lot of people were doing it. He was getting so much traffic, but then none of us got paid. None of us got paid. So he could easily have built up over 100K email address, but none of us got paid. And then it's been like 2 weeks, no payment, 1 month, no payment, 1.5 months, no payment, and then some of us. I was careful. I did like 2 accounts, so I could actually max it out, right? So I was due to get about $30+ at the time, but no, not a cent. And then we wrote in emails to Russell Brunson, and we had a reply. Did you write in the correct PayPal address? Yes. No reply after that. And years later, he basically becomes this so-called internet marketing mogul that is making a lot of money consulting for big firms and all that, and makes over $1 million a month. So a bit of bad rap back then. So I wanted to throw some dirt. If you watch this review, basically I talk about it over there. So that's how you do it. And like I said, if you look at this video. Alright, shut up Russell. It's Julian M1 Giant Kiddo here, and I'm actually going to give you a review about 20-minute payday no survey. Well, if it seems to you that I've got no respect for Russell Brunson, well, I didn't mean to come across that way. I, in fact, have a lot of respect for the fact that he is an 8-figure earner, right? But, having said that, when he talks about reputation, I totally disagree with that. Why? Because I recall back when I was 18, that was when he was first starting out, and there was a campaign that Russell first built his list. It was an international campaign, and I recall how this friend of mine came to me and said, hey, check out this page. If this guy is going to be paying you
$1 for every email address you enter.
So this was where I actually reviewed. I talked about that story about 10 years ago, and then. But I mean, it's okay because some people they do some stupid stuff in the past, but they go on to do some very good stuff, right? Like in fact, the number one earner in Empower Network, he made his name is Vic Streishaus. He's from Ukraine, and he made 700,000 in 30 days. And within 2 months, he made close to $2 million. Of course, he had a huge advertising budget. He probably the truth is, he spent as much as someone would spend buying a BMW in Singapore on advertising, and that's how he made $2 million. I mean, but it's a worthwhile investment, right? But before he could do that, in the past, he started out in the US, fresh immigrant. He took up an insurance job, and it's one of those things that in Malaysia they always have this radio warnings that never write checks to your financial advisor. Always write checks to the company. But so he was like kind of, I could take the cash and I'll somebody to pay for you, and basically ran away. When he had about 20K of cash, he ran away with it and he got thrown to jail. So that was his past. Yeah, he was an ex-convict, and he flouted insurance agent rules. But today he's operating a legit business. So some people actually do that kind of turnarounds. So in any case, I shared that, but I also mentioned I was politically correct to mention that I don't mean to come across as disrespectful. But here's what he did, which I believe people deserve to know. Makes sense, right? The next thing that we did is that I went on to some statistics because I know a lot of people are out for statistics and want to find out what exactly it is. So he also talks about this thing called the $120,000 co-op, where if you go to this system, you will get free traffic. I mean, free traffic to your website sounds like a great idea, right? Because I said with traffic, you get clicks, and from clicks you get leads, and then you get sales. So here's what I wrote down.
People also like free stuff, but how much you really get? So I'm going to do a calculation for you. So a system like this is probably going to go viral within a couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised that you actually get about, like, say, 2,000 people over on a weekend, and you get 2,000 people on board, right? That's 2,000 people that the tracker needs to be shared with. And traffic, how much is it? 10K a month. 10K a month.
The market rate for clicks in internet market is 80 cents. That's
divided by the market rate of 80 cents per click on a media buy. So that's 12,500 clicks. Okay, divided by 2,000 people, that's only six and a quarter click per person per month. 6 and a quarter click per person per month. What's that going to do for you? Nothing. You know what? I get 35 free leads per day, and that's leads. I got more clicks than that. I get over 100 clicks per day free, right? And out of those become like 30 plus leads per day free. This one, assuming that you get like 30% conversion of clicks to leads, you're only going to get 2 leads a month. What's that going to do for your business? Nothing.
Not all clicks actually become sales. So
let's say what happens if only 500 people come on board. So we take 12,500 divided by 500. You only get 25 clicks per month. 25 clicks divided by, once again, let's say we take 30% conversion ratio, 9.3. That's 7.5 leads. It's not even sales. So you see, this is a gimmick to get people in, because he knows for a fact that this is not going to be enough. He even sells you to upgrade your co-op. So he actually says, aside from getting free clicks, also spend money to buy a co-op every time. So when you do that, it takes you to Home Business Academy.
So can you guys see that when I'm making this review, I'm not just putting, I don't just put him down without substantiating. I actually substantiate the claims. So if you guys want to do a good review, so this review, I bet you it's going to become very popular the next couple of weeks because everyone's looking at it. It just came out within the last bunch of days. So like one of the guys in the group, Peter from Korea, if you guys saw the email, he's doing well. Within just 3 weeks, he's got over 9 sales right now. And Power Network, he's got about 3 sales. And for GBO and Power Leverage, he's got about, like 6 subscribers within just 3 weeks. So he's doing very well, doing the stuff that I told him to do. And he just started posting his videos on this one as well. I'm not sure if you can find it. Maybe it might be there. No, he hasn't done it yet. But I think he did Skyfall. Okay, in any case, I'm going to show you my Skyfall review. And the reason why we're doing this is just so that you can get a better understanding of how it is, right? And then after that, we're going to break into some hands-on. I'm going to show you guys how to do some research, and then we'll do a bit of hands-on time to write your own reviews, and then we'll look through them. Okay, so this one. So look at the headline. Skyfall, is it a scam? So I mean, I did a bit of keyword stuffing here. I mentioned it twice in my headline. So that's for search engine purposes. Is Skyfall a scam? No, it's not a scam, but it's sure it's retarded. It's quite catchy, right? I'm not saying, oh, it's not a scam, but I'm saying it's retarded. So just try to make it stand out some way. I think soon we can do very good for you write very nice headlines. I think you can do that. And
Hey, it's Julian Wong, I'm on Julian, and
so I wrote about some stuff, and there was a screenshot that I put about the pay. Not sure why it's not showing, but I basically put a chart as to how you only get paid 2.5% per person per month, which is kind of dumb. And as a result, you look at the comments that I get. I never heard of this platform before, but the information you provided has given me enough info to not want to deal with it at all. Thanks for sharing your valued opinion. Next one. Yeah, I got proposition with this, but I was already in a better deal, so this made no sense to me. Good to get clarification though. Awesome long review. I'm glad I never had the inkling to join them. Great review. I actually joined this company, but it was surely not the comp plan. Thanks for the info. I didn't know about it. So I mean, that's when you write good reviews, you actually get good feedback. And when you get strangers coming across to the site to look at these kind of reviews, you know, it's a bit of an endorsement that that you actually know what you're doing. So for those of you who are actually part of this group, when you actually decide to kind of come in with us and work with us through Empower Networks, Pure Leverage or GVO, what's going to happen is that we're going to plug you into some syndication groups. Syndication groups are where you can share your blog content with one another within the group, and it's going to help you get more exposure to people that are not already on your list. It's going to help you get exposure for the stuff that you write, and possibly get a little bit of comments going for you as well. So that because in these things you just need to get the initial comments coming, but once they do, people who come by to the website, they want to add in as well. Because people just don't want to be the first person to comment. I mean, you get morons on YouTube being like, oh, I'm the first one, yay. You know, that happens on YouTube a lot, but for blogs, people don't want to be the first one. They think first one's a bit of an all one out. So they like to have some comments coming first and then coming afterward. Okay, so now with that, we're going to go into putting together your own post, alright? So this is where you guys can take out your computers, you haven't already done so, and start a new blog post. So Empower Network basically is a WordPress platform, but the thing is that the SEO side is all done for you. So the reason why I say you can't do this with any other website is because if you build your own website on WordPress, you have to build a lot of backlinks to your post before it gets found on the search engine. But Empower Network enables you to get straight to the first page of Google with a bunch of sneaky tactics that I'll share with you in a moment after we finish the post. So we're going to actually spend about 5 minutes to research this post right now. We're going to spend 5 minutes to research it, and then we're going to spend like 10 minutes just to come up with a very brief structure, and then we're going to post it, and I'm going to show you one of those sneaky strategies that I use to get posts out on the search engine within a matter of hours. Okay. So now this is the time where we're going to pick a topic. Okay. So at this point in time, I think what would be good would be if we could actually work in the form of groups. Okay. How about we break this class into maybe like 3 to 4 groups, where you decide within your groups on a certain area to focus on, maybe a certain company or certain interest, and you guys can actually pool ideas. But let's say if you're if you're doing this for the first time, I have no idea what's going on, you just want to listen in that case. But otherwise, the rest of you should be able to form up some groups and pick on something to write about. And like I said, I have the things back on the board. These are all some very good topics to look at. Of course, you could write about the exact company reviews, but I mean there's just too much competition. So it's always good to look at emerging keywords for the companies that you're writing about, and then from that point doing your narrowing down. So look out for new but similar companies, and then just do it. Okay. So at this point in time, just to guide you along, maybe would it be better if I assign you guys some keywords to look at, just to go through the process? Would that be good? Okay, let's have maybe 4 groups. So we have like these 2 tables, 1 group, those 2 tables, 1 group, and these 2 tables, 1 group, and then yeah, you guys could join in, to either this or that. Okay, so any of you want to pick? I mean, the words that I want to assign will be basically. Okay, another target that I want to include would be hot opportunities. Okay, so let's say if you want to target a local audience, we can target hot rising opportunities within Singapore, and then why target Singapore? Because then we can bring it down to this group, right? When we bring it down to this group, then there's a higher chance of them making money, and if they're making money, we can get them spending more, which is good for your pocket. Does it make sense? Right? So online people, in my experience, they're the ones that typically spend, I mean, you get some cases that, I've got strange cases where people spend $5,000 online, through my links, without any connection. But few and far between. I get people spending $997, few and far between, online. But majority of cases, the online people that I get, like half of my members are from Africa for some reason. Why? I don't know why, but half of them are from Africa, and they only spend like $25, $35 a month. So, but by plugging people into a framework and a system and a train like this, when people see the vision, then they actually start understanding more and actually able to spend more and make more money to reinvest in the business and spend more again. So I mean, like, the ultimate goal is to get people to spend as much as possible, as long as they are making more than they spend. Make sense? I mean, how many of you would actually spend $200 if you're only making $50 a month? Would anyone do that? It's a no-brainer, right? But a lot of people at MLM do that. A lot of you at MLM do that. However, would you spend $200 to make $600 a month? Is that a good deal? Would you spend $500 a month to make $2,000 a month? Is that a good deal? I personally spend about $700 a month, and I make about $6K. That's a good deal. So, I mean, not to say it's a lot of money, but as long as you're spending more than as long as you make more than you're spending, that makes sense. So, with that said and done, I mean, these are some very, very hot stuff to go into. Nucopia is good. Nucopia is a bit outdated. Let's not do it. What other one is new? Yeah, Infinity Downline is kind of hot these days, so we could do that. But we can also expand to include network marketing companies. So within Singapore, what's the hottest MLM right now? Wolf Ventures. What else?
What about the MV?
It's old news. Yeah. It's too old. It's too old.
Number 1 ML company, Organo Pro.
Perfect. Organic gold. It's very popular. And there's a stupid chocolate one as well.
So
Zochai. One of those things that I'm not sure how to pronounce. So
Stupid.
if you can't pronounce it, it's stupid. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, no offense of any of these companies, but I honestly think they're stupid. So okay. Okay. If we are writing about network marketing companies, how will we do it? Basically, I